Bam, 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 bam. Hit you with the hardness, baby. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on into the live stream with the Crypto Lifer, baby. It is Friday, baby, September 1st, after the full moon. Did you charge your Labradorites? Did you wash your belly button this morning? Let's get it going. Let's go, baby. Woo. I'm going to take a big sip of the water. Stay hydrated. Did a little bit of ab workout today, kind of like a yoga thing. Could have been a little more intense, but it was fun. I did my thing. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's break down that music. Let's get it going. Woo! A little loud. Yeah. First thing I want to address is Ben. I just got to say, you know what? Nobody is perfect. Let the man with no sin cast the first stone. And that's the last thing I'm going to say. Let the man with no sin cast the first stone. Ye who have never made a mistake in your life may judge. I thought that was a bearish retest. Perfect timing. I was like, I should short that right there. But I had to get the stream ready, so I started doing technical work. But that came up to the exact trend line that we had lost, and that's what's called a bearish retest, folks. I talk about it all the time. Short the bearish retest, right? I bet the 5 minute was overbought at the time. It was, and you hit the bearish retest. The smaller time frames will give you the retest. You won't really see it on the other time frames. Let me get my screen. Why do I keep forgetting to change the screen? Strange. Anyway, there's the bearish retest right there for Bitcoin as we jump in. Right when I started this morning, I talked about a possible long to the upside based on the 7. All right, we started this morning with this little flag here. Let's show you the 7 minute. And the 200 was close, and I said it's likely we're going to pump up to the 200. And that was the first trade of the day. You'd be in profits if you've been in the trading group. First trade of the day, right off the bat, right there, boom. Okay? Then last night we called this long here. Right when this flag began, and had you moved your stop loss to break even, you would have got paid there too. A short would have ensued when you couldn't get above this resistance here, which if you look was your previous line of bounce. See, you just look at the left. See, okay, if you find a candle to bounce, that's going to be your resistance. It's simple stuff. You broke back above, and I said we have to flip this level. We couldn't even close at like 2 7-minute candles, like, you know. And to me, flipping a level is closing like a 1-hour candle above the level, at least. But look, we almost did pump right to the 200 SMA. You see that? Beautiful move. Then Bitcoin came back down. I saw it in this falling wedge. At that point, I was leaving it alone. I said, this thing's out of control. We got a jobs report today that's setting mixed signals. Okay? I will tell you one thing, though. With the CME watch tool, it's looking pretty good. We take this one step at a time. All right? A cool thing here on this channel is we interpret market data for you. Okay? You know, we explain what the yield curve is. All right? If you didn't know what the yield curve is, people get money for buying government debt. That's a bond. You say, hey, I'll buy your bond. I'll hold it for 2 years if you can give me a return. So people do that. They lend the government money for a return. All right? That's what a bond is. All right? Now, you should get paid more to hold the debt longer, right? I'll hold it for 10 years. The government says, oh, we'd rather pay you way more. Some reason the 4-year bond is paying more than the 10-year bond. That's an inverted yield curve. It's not a good sign. But they've printed so much money that it will invert. And see, before, when you didn't have all the money printing, you would get an inverted yield curve and a depression and a recession. Now, because they printed so much money, you'll invert the yield curve, but you will still continue to grow the economy because you're printing money. People don't understand. See, I get it because I've been seeing it since so long. I knew the system. I've been watching a broken system from beginning and analyzing the broken system. If you're a super smart analyst and you've been analyzing the exact system, you're going to be a little off, right? Shadowstats.io, right? Or Shadowstats, which I just started looking at. Don't go to all the time. But shadowstats.com would show you kind of the behind the government economic reporting. Spend some time on this, you know? Hang out here for an hour one day. Really just kind of spend some time like you spend on TikTok, but spend it on here. Click around. And I'm telling you right now, I'm addicted to knowledge. I'm addicted to learning. I'm addicted to getting it in. So this is the type of stuff that I'm nerding out all the time. 93% is the chance that we do not get a Fed rate hike. In September 20th is the meeting. That's when we'll get the hike or the non-hike. So that's bullish right off the bat. I believe it will be baked in. September's a horrible month for Bitcoin in general, but we'll see what happens, you know. Had this Bitcoin month by month. Oh yeah, Alt Trady has it too. I'll get it up. Jamie, if you can get the Bitcoin month chart, Jamie, Sean, Lakochi, anyone on my team, I want the chart that just shows Bitcoin by month. Like it has the year on top, and it shows the months on the left, and it just shows you the red or green. I think we actually have it on Alt Trady. But, so target probabilities for right there. 93% that we do not get a rate hike in February, right? 19 days until that comes, and so that should be baked in, but it's a good sign right off the bat, okay? We had our jobs report coming in. The non-farm payroll employee increased by 187,000. We thought maybe 170, so it went over, right? The unemployment rate rose to 3.8. So we made more jobs than we thought, but the unemployment rate went up. Kind of doesn't make any sense, right? U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported today employment continued to trend up in healthcare, leisure and hospitality, social assistance and construction. Employment in transportation and warehousing declined. This news presents statistics from 2 monthly surveys. The unemployment rate rose by 0.3% to 3.8 in August, and the numbers of the unemployed persons increased by 514,000 to 6.4 million. There's 6.4 million unemployed people. I made myself a job. You don't even have, there's no reason to be unemployed. I made myself a job. You can make yourself a job. People don't realize it. You can make yourself whatever job you want. And you won't get paid at the beginning for a long time, but once people find you and once you're established, I find, we're just like general stores. There's an old general store in the local town I grew up, where my mom lives. And that general store's been there for 50, 60 years, right? Now, when they first opened up, like some people went by, they may not have made that much money their first month. I was in a pizza shop that got bought recently yesterday. There's nobody in it. But if they stay there and they eventually, create a good enough product. So if you're consistent and you create a good enough product that helps the majority of your clients and the people that come to your business, you're going to do great. So I don't know why people are unemployed. I can't understand why 6.4 million people are unemployed. I created my job. So when I think about that, I'm like, oh, I can't get a job. What do you mean? You can make a job. You can make a job right now. You can make it. Excuses are useless, man. Excuses are useless. Get you nowhere. Wow, so the volatility today is absolutely out of control. All right? Just be careful. They're playing with the emotion of people who wanted to trade the jobs report information on low volume Friday with a holiday weekend coming up. And Monday's off too. So you have to remember once you know that the Monday's going to be closed, to me, I purposely didn't open my Mexi futures account today because you know why? I'm not going to be trading futures today. You see? Sad, right? Everyone wants to see me open and close a trade, and I get the itch. But I told myself today's not the day, man. I did Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We did amazing. We called shorts. We called longs. We actually nailed the market. If you were with me, I was 95% accurate. We hit every single call I made, literally from the night to the morning to the night to the afternoon. Screen share, it was pretty crazy. We called shorts. We called longs. We hit the big short, right? We called reversals on it was just nuts. It was one of my best 5 days of just honed in trading of my life. Just right? So why ruin it and force it on a Friday where there's tons of volatility? So I want to teach you that sometimes even the best traders take a day, man. Take a day. My wife has family in town. They want to see Boston, right? They want to know what Boston's like. So, I have to probably spend from 1 to 5 taking them out around town or something. You know what I mean? So it's just, weekly screen share was last night. And think about it. We did, this week alone, we did the daily screen share. We did the weekly candle close. We did the monthly candle close, right? I did the extra screen share for BOOKMAP. We did a mentoring session in the trading group on Tuesday night. It's just been, and we did last night's screen share for, on top of the monthly candle close. If you want a group that's dedicated to you and dedicated to helping you learn and dedicated to making sure you make it, join the trading group today. All right? We're not going to let you go to the wayside. Someone recently spoke up, said, I need more help. 5 people surrounded him. What do you need? We didn't know. Just let us know. Anyone out there, if you could join the group and you feel like you're just you need that extra answer, Send a super chat during the live. Say, this is my name in the Discord for $1.99 too, which is like customer service in my trading group. I'm live 7 days a week. So you have customer service for 2 hours a day, 7 days a week. Hit me up. Say, hey, I'm in the trading group. I need a little this or I need a little bit of that. Something's not making sense. And I'm telling you right now, we will surround you and make sure that things begin to make sense for you. Nobody is in the wayside for us. We're not too important for anybody here in this trading group. Your questions are your success is my success. If 150 people join my trading group and only 20 people enjoy it, am I a success? No. You know? So I know I can't control everybody, and some people are going to do whatever they want. And there's not, you know what I mean? Some people are going to come and go. But the majority of the people that find, like, I want to make sure we're providing the best possible experience, you know? Anyway, Bitcoin in a falling wedge could break back to the upside with an oversold 15-minute, right? You got a bit of a double bottom that just played out here too as well. All right, so it is what it is. You're tight in a range now at this point. You know, you're in the low range, you're in the high range, right? It's pretty simple stuff. You've been ranging since, you know, last night, just in the zone. Kind of at the bottom of the range, you would possibly expect to move to the upside. How do we figure this out? Well, price action tells us. We go to the smaller time frames and we look, what are they doing? Let's take a look here. What's kind of iffy about this is it has some symmetrical vibes. Right, look at that. That's a symmetrical triangle right there. They're known to break to the downside. But they're 50-50 patterns by law, right? Funny, yesterday we had the divergence, and we talked about how the 1 minute was eventually going to come to the, you know, to that, you know, right here. This is what we were watching, but we were going to come hit the 200 SMA, and that's the trade. Once you get far away from the 21, you get the divergence, you enter the trade, right? Craziness. If you use too much leverage, you won't be able to handle an extra wick. So, see, the guy that used less leverage and less money made more money than the guy that tried to win it all. The guy that win it all probably got liquidated. So the guy that just tries to make, like the other day, I tried to make 50 bucks. I made 50 bucks off 50 bucks, or I make 100 bucks off 100 bucks, or I made the other day I made 165 off of like a $60 input. You know, you don't have leverage can move so fast. You don't have to use the whole portfolio. You don't have to go full port, man. Straight up, right, master friend? You don't have to go full port, dude. You know, full port, man. You don't got to do it. You don't got to do it. Honestly, every time I went full port, usually it didn't work out too well. I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you. Every time I went small ball, I actually gained some gains. You know, it's weird. So consistency was the key. And now someone said, focus on win rate other than percentage. I agree and disagree. Win rate is great. But say you win 100 trades on 7 trades, and then 3 trades you lose 500 bucks. You're still down $1,500 or 1,200 bucks, you know, or 800 bucks actually, sorry, you know, 15 minus 7. But the point is, you know what I mean? So like you got to have a good win rate. You can have I've seen people with a bad win rate. I've seen people win, like I tell you, my trading style says you can, you know what I mean? You can basically lose 3, you can win 3 out of 10 of your trades and still be profitable. So you can have a bad win rate. You could be 40. Honestly, all I need for me personally to be profitable is like a 40 to 30, like basically I like a 38 to a 44% win rate. You know what I mean? I can win boatloads of trade. I can look because I put small stop losses. I don't leverage trade with tons of money. So my losses aren't liquidations of whole accounts. My losses are 50 bucks here, $70 there, 150 bucks, 200 bucks, 300 bucks. And then my wins are like the Casper win, like 10 grand here, or the Pepe win, 12 grand, you know? And so the gains outweigh the losses. And then everything else is a DCA that I have a 2-year plan on, and I'm focused. So it's just kind of what's going down. Thank you, Lakochi. Yeah, so just looking at the months here, and you can see, let's go to the month of September. All right. Negative 3% in 2022. All right. Negative 7 in 2021. Negative 7 in 2020. Negative 13 in 2019. Negative 5. Negative 7. Negative 19. There was only 2 years, 15 and 16, that September was a profitable month. Worst month I even think of the month of September in crypto trading and I cringe. At the same time, you never know. Anything could happen. Remember when I said, do you guys remember what I said? It's kind of interesting. So weird. 3 weeks ago, I was on the live stream and I said I was trading hardcore in the summer of 2019, right here. All right, look at September, June, July, look at August and September. Look, we had this beautiful May and June. I thought it was like, I was making boatloads of money, swing trading. I was building swing positions. I was getting into Doc.io below a penny. I was getting into VeChain back here. I was building bags for the next bull run. I was building bags for that halving in 2020. I was getting ready. And that summer, I was trading my butt off. And I will always remember, okay, the gains just August and September just erasing the gain. Just, oh my God, it was horrible. And it was a year right before the halving, and we're kind of in a similar situation here where August erased massive June gains. We didn't get much May, but we had some June gains, and August just took them all away. And I saw this in 2019 pre-halving, and I warned you guys of it. Remember? I don't know if you remember, but I said, man, so 25,855 Bitcoin struggling. And to me, lately, it's been the smaller time frames that have been giving me kind of the go-to here. Let's talk about it again. Let's break down. Let's zoom out. Dude, Toncoin just banging on them to the upside. And we talked about this, and I even put it to my trading group this morning. Token metrics bangs, man. Listen, I don't care if you're bearish about the sentiment of the rest of the market. But Ton, dude, which is the Telegram network, right? Look at that thing up 6% while Bitcoin swindles and flops and gropes, man. Shout out to Crypto Face, flopping and groping, babies. All those floppers and gropers, man. Funny, I got to laugh with him about that. I was like, yo, I love you guys for that. So, wow. This has been on my radar. We have a bunch of coins on the radar that are looking nice. We have a bunch of setups in the trading group that, despite what Bitcoin's doing, don't look too bad. All right? We got BOOKMAP for you, and BOOKMAP says we go lower. Remember the last few days? What has BOOKMAP been saying? We go lower. If you just traded BOOKMAP and nothing else, like you didn't even use a chart, you just used BOOKMAP alone, and you just opened trades up and walked away, like BOOKMAP would pay you. So like right now, you just open a short and you walk away. You don't think about it. And you come back a day or two later and Bitcoin's at 24,008, and you're like, yeah, that's what BOOKMAP said. And you know what I mean? I'm not saying do that. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't do anything I say do. But I'm just saying, I have shown, if you've watched me use BOOKMAP and wrote it down, there's a heat map order book that shows us where the orders are. See how it moves slower? It just getting a little less volume here on the Friday. But the point is, it's a heat map order book. If you were a human being and we were looking at infrared, we would see more red where people are. So the darker red is the more orders. And if there's no colors, it's kind of light. And so here, look, we see dark red here, we see some red here, and we shift around, we can see the orders kind of moving here. But at the end of the day, the most orders that we see are right around here, between 25 and 26,000, telling me that Bitcoin's likely to go further to the downside here to 25,200. All right? That's just what we see happening. There's no guarantees. I don't play anything 100% because trading is not 100%. Anything is possible. Okay? But it's very likely, based on our use of this, it's been very accurate, right? We got a lot of setups very similar to this that look interesting. You might want to join the trading group in a time like this, especially when it's a little tough, when things are getting a little weird, like REVO. My man was putting this out in the trading group way back here. I even drew this pennant because it had everything that I go for. It was at a point of control, it had tight moving averages, and it was inside a pennant with a lack of bearish momentum in the MACD, low stochastics, and the RSI was in a good spot. I mean, I got a checklist that I can teach you. We had a gap in the VRVP. Look, and then we made this beautiful kind of rounded bottom. And I will teach you, rounded bottoms pay the bills. So if you can round that bottom, I mean, I know what you're thinking, but don't think about it. Keep your mind clean. But the idea is this, you know. I just want to make you laugh. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. 540 beautiful souls, 173 likes. May we get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. All right. Bam. It's weird. How do we have 1,000 people on the live and 548? You know what? I don't let myself think about it. I got to remove myself from the numbers and just enjoy my life, right? You're trying to get a divergence here. Finally, let's see. We had some type of liquidation, or I might not have been up and running. There it was, though. There was the liquidation there. A little mini one there, too. Not big enough, though. That indicator will also show me where liquidations are. Okay. I'm going to go back to my 7-minute time frame. And I want to show you this bigger chart for Bitcoin. So we lose 25.9, right? And we test this one more level below 25.5, and we're going to 24.382. That's your next weekly support zone, right? Now you've made a lower low. See this? Trend has changed. So it could be considered a downtrend now. You would assume the next high would be a lower high, which, you know, wouldn't be the worst thing if we make this consolidative pattern. Sorry. Could easily make a right shoulder, and we could dump back down to this area. 22,000 would be amazing. And honestly, this dance would be great. November and December, and like, you know, and then into the halving. Like, I'm not, you know, until the halving, you know, you're not, you know, it's not amazing. Also, we're back below the 200 SMA. It's just that I'm bearish now. You know, I'm a bear when I'm below a yellow moving average on any time frame. Like, you know, if it just, the 7-minute, it's just a small time frame, though. It's that moment in time. It doesn't mean like I don't put a lot of weight on it, but I might short the 7 for that moment in time is what I mean, right? So that's Bear City, all right? The daily got easily rejected by the 200 SMA right there too, which we talk about all the time. Such an interesting concept. It happens on multiple time frames, multiple assets all the time. And then we stand. I mean, what a mess, right? But I knew we were going down, and I knew we were going down based on my system, because my system says when price gets far away from the 21 SMA, you have to come back to it. So I told my whole entire crew, you know, and you know, we thought we'd maybe do it more lateral. You never know how it was going to go, though. That's what you say, you never know. But to me, we were going to come meet the 22 somewhere. I mean, the 21 somewhere in this area. We had the fib drawn at 26.8. Then you had a high volume node, and look, you took it all the way back to the volume. And look how VRVP works. I mean, you came right back to the area of liquidity. What you can kind of do now is remember my old guy? This is the thing is, and just act like this never happened. And to me, you're still basically, I guess, in a bear flag that could break further to the downside. Man, measured moves about 24,400, 24,005, right? 377 even. And that's the exact line of the weekly support zone that I have drawn, 24,382. So, to me, it looks likely that we go lower. The 22 is still pushing down. No reason why this won't break down and then continue to drop. This is a bear flag. I teach my students and I teach myself that you just act like this never happened. You erase it out of your mind, and you just play this pattern as if this was the pattern. And that's a likely breakdown because you got more momentum on the stochastic. So now we watch the smaller time frames to execute the short. And I remain short for Bitcoin. It's losing key areas of support and resistance. Like, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You know what I mean? I always tell everyone that. When I say I do reinvent the wheel, I mean, like, don't make it bigger than it has to be. Like, you know, resistance, breakout, resistance, fallout, come back, clear heavy resistance at 26,200. If you can't get back above 26, remain bearish. Period. Like I will not open a serious long of any sort until I see big, I might scalp this little gap here. I might make a scalp. Something might happen. I may make a quick futures trade, but I'm not going to build a long position or start to say, hey, I want to get in, or swing trade on the 3-day or something until I see the 22 break above this level. Like, that's just such a key resistance level now. And both of these levels here. The first one at 26,200, the second one at 26,478. These are key levels that need to be broken for us to remain bullish. Like, everything else is just blah, So, yeah. So this is what I see happening here for Bitcoin, and this is new. This is new data. My brain's coming up with this right now. I didn't have this prepared. I don't prepare my show. I don't sit there for hours. I mean, I do my TA. I do my update every single morning, right? Around 7:30 for my crew. But I'm not sitting there like, this is exactly what, what the markets are going to tell me. So you're like, well, the 4 hours oversold though, Sam. Aren't we going to get a bounce? Honestly, you can get some of the biggest dumps when you're below the dotted line. I want to show you this. So like, you could be right here. See how similar that looks right there? Just a little curve below the dotted, and look how much pain we had. And honestly, I mean, now you have a pretty big length of your pole. I mean, yeah. 21.8. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a major drop for Bitcoin. Just some really, really max pain levels. Really shake people out of this altcoin game. Like, you're going to see Matic down to 40 cents. Like, if you don't know how to short, you're going to be pretty sad. And I'm sorry, but I see some pain. I know everyone wants a bounce here and everyone's expecting a quick move up. And I'm rarely this bearish, right? You don't see me really this bearish. And again, it'll be a retest. I won't, we won't fully believe the short till we break 25.2 and then bearishly retest. But that's an easy move to 24.4, and then you're going to have people real nastily bearish. And if we bear flag again, I mean, the drop's just pretty imminent. Huge point of control. Once we lose this, you're dropping down. Understand these concepts. Don't be afraid of it. Embrace it. Trade it bullishly. I want to trade, look at it bullishly if you have to, and reinvent the wheel for your, reinvent the way your mind sees it. So 22 hours still pushing down. Daily kind of curving there, not in the best sign. And I could be wrong. Bitcoin could pump all the way up to this line in the next few hours, and it could just do something unreal. Like, I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, right? I've been pretty accurate, but that doesn't mean I'll be perfect today. At one point, I'm going to get it wrong. I got it wrong a few weeks back. I remember like a month or two ago, I called cat ears, and I was like, oh, it's about to go down, and it didn't go down. I sat in disbelief for days because I'd been right for like 5 days straight, and I was like, what happened? Well, it's like, and I had to sit there, and I literally looked in the mirror. I said, Sam, you're a human being. Like, you're not going to be able to call Bitcoin 100% of the time. It's just not going to happen. And I was like, but I pride myself on being the best, I had like a breakdown, But I had to realize that I wasn't always going to get it right, We called the diamond up. We got that. We kept looking at it. We said diamonds reverse back to the upside 68% of the time. I don't even call anything. I just display the TA and show you the highest probability that TA gives. Like, I displayed the diamond, and the diamond says that 68% of the time you'll break back to the upside. Right? Then I know that, and then forget all about that. Then I know that when you're away from the 21, you have to come back to it. And so my knowledge of moving averages helped me short this market back to the downside. Yesterday was, we live shorted the market like it was like a textbook short trade. 95% gains on my trade in front of everyone. It was beautiful. 66 or 63x leverage. I don't remember exactly. I don't want to be quoted on. I could go back and look at it, but So 22 still has legs to the downside. 4 hour could begin to get mowed, and the 1 hour is about to drop on us. I see a nasty short coming to the downside beginning right now. I see this as a bear flag that just broke to the downside, and the stochastics are just getting started for this short party, baby. And so to me, I said I wasn't going to open up my futures account, but it looks it's just going to be like an easy short. I shouldn't say the word easy, but a simple short. You got a little divergence playing out here. Slightly, it could hold us down. But this 1 hour says sayonara, my man. I stay short based on probabilities. Bitcoin has to get back above at least 26,246 to remain even slightly bullish. I'd rather get stopped out shorting with us, you know, and right now is a good time because I can keep my stop loss on the other side of the point of control here. Snatch a trade. So just like yesterday, I'm remaining short, calling a short. Looks like the NASDAQ might go short too as well. It's a 5-to-1 risk-reward ratio right there from what we're looking at, all right? But only time will tell. We shall see for bitty Bitcoin. But look, we already just dropped $30. This is to me is gonna be a pretty nasty drop. We already have corroborated data on BOOKMAP telling us that we're going down at 25,000. So you could take profits around 25K. My data even suggests 24,500 we may see by later on today. I don't, no guarantees, but I'm short. The short now just dropped fast on you, $50. Again, I just called, and you could have that was gains alone, like gains alone. Anyway, I do this for a living every single day for 1,000 days straight, almost about to hit 1,000 days. So yeah, I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Okay. I did call it short at 25,850 about, and there you go, baby. It's in the money right now. All right. I'm short on Bitcoin, man. I know I don't like shorting Bitcoin, considering I own a lot of Bitcoin, but at the same time, I look for the future, 2, 3 years, 4 years from now. And I focus on that time, and I know, man, that this is the time to be in, I feel like today's like a day for reflection. And look at that shit, dude. I need what I want to do is I want to give someone my funds. And while I'm streaming, I want them to trade them for me. You know what I mean? I don't know how I can get that done, but because I just sometimes don't have the capacity while I'm explaining, teaching. My brain's in such a different place, but I know what's going to happen. Like I see it. Like look at this. Look at this. I just called this. I mean, the market told you it was going to happen. You just have to do it. It's not that hard, everybody. And then what's funny is people use different strategies and do all sorts of different things, but they see me accurately calling the market like every single day. Why wouldn't you just learn my strategies and use those strategies? Like they obviously work on any market, on anything in the world. Like you'd be paid right now on the short again. It's like the third short in a row that I called in a row. Like whatever. I'm not trying to talk about myself. I want you to understand it's the technical analysis, but like we produce live trades here on this channel daily for Bitcoin, like every single day. Had you just sat at this channel and taken every trade we've taken with your own education, because I'm not a financial advisor and I never tell you what to do, but if you saw the market what we saw, you'd be so paid right now. Like, you're in the big money now at 25.7, 25.685. Like, I'm telling you, when shorts fall, they fall quick. I can see this stuff. I've been watching it I've been watching it for 15 years now. We lost the point of control. We had high stochastics. There was a bearish retest. On the smaller time frames, they gave you the confirmation of the entry. Everything was there. Now, if you want to be if you want to be the best ever, you go to you got to get premium. And look, this thing's falling so fast. I can't even get a flag until I go to the 5-second chart. Now watch out for the volatility. A guy like me, I start taking profits already, man. I'm in it with high lev and I'm out, That was a nice short. That short paid fast. Shorts pay fast. Now look at, they're going to go gobble up the longs now. This is Friday trading, man. Let's take a look at the liquidations. But look at that, dude. That ain't done, man. To me, that ain't done, I will be here every single day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., showing you about how these markets work, man, and talking you through them, going through the movement, right? Now, emotionally right now, someone's in the trade and now it's coming back up, they're freaking out, right? You got a bit of a divergence on the 1 minute as this whole channel moves up slightly while this moves down. And that's liquidations. I keep showing, I hope you guys understand this now. I mean, I'm the one that kind of bring this to light. That is this, see, 1, 2, 3. One, or maybe, yeah, 1, 2, 3 was 1, 2, 3. See, and those are the liquidations. Now, as we went lower, the liquidations got less. He had 90,000 in 30 accounts, but only 14K in 9 accounts, but the price went lower. What does it tell you? That there's less shorts there. So you may get a bounce. You get it? So through the value of liquidations, I can also read a divergence. You get it? Are you understanding this concept? If you can put this thing, I'm just going to keep drilling this into your guys' heads. This is BOOKMAP every single day, all right? Every single day. BOOKMAP. And if you want to trade these markets, all right, and you want to get nice at it, I suggest you trade with a demo account first so you don't lose money. Sit in my trading group for a month trading demo. It won't be sexy, it won't be amazing, but at the same time, you will learn what a pennant is. You will learn how to read liquidity. Like, these are things you need to learn. Why learn them and waste money when you can learn them without money? You know what I mean? It's kind of like, nobody does, like, if you ever join the group, if you ever, all right, here's a good point, a really great point, actually. You got someone that joins a they want to, yeah, you're at work. Like, I was at work once and they wanted to bring you up, like, oh, we want to give you a better job, but you're not qualified yet. So they're like, we're going to, train you for a couple weeks, like I was working the day shift at a company and they wanted to move me to the night shift where I'd work alone. So they're like, we're going to train you how to work on the night shift. Right. And I was like, okay, like, so, the point is, if I get clear my head, right? Today I'm like, I don't know why I'm so shot today, but the point is, they don't throw you on the job immediately. They give you training first, right? Like in everything, and there's training. Like, dude, if you work at McDonald's, there's training. If you work at Chipotle, like, you know what I mean? So, I know, Tone did not flinch at all. It does not care. So crazy. We always seem to find the coin that doesn't matter, which is insane. You know what I mean? Shout out to the 700 people on the live, 261 likes, $2.53 in chat revenue. May God bless the lifers and everybody out here. You never worked at Walmart, I guess. So they don't train you there either? Well, I mean, I could tell. Best Buy doesn't seem like they train people either. They're just staring at me while I'm walking around. Place is the worst. BNB is doomed at this last support. Always start with a few dollar trades. Don't go hard. Learn how to turn $10 into 50, then 50 into 200. Slowly. Exactly. Small amounts. I mean, everyone wants the big payday immediately. That's your emotions forcing you to do something that just you shouldn't be doing at the time, So. And I do see this continuing to the downside. We hit our first target. Hit our first target right there, which was the base of this. See? Bing. 25,733. Got a wick lower. Some divergence, but it's now you got a nice, see, now you start with local resistance. 25,750. And now here, look, this is going to drop. Look at the 30-second now. Going to 25.5 right now, possibly with a fast move down. Okay? You could look at this kind of like a little flag that just... Do you double bottom? That looks like you're going down, baby. Not the best music for a dump. Maybe, I don't know. This song's called Acid House. Alright? Whatever that means. A little bit of a double bottom there forming for Bitcoin. Trying to get some legs there. Long set at 25.49 for a quick scalp. Yikes. I would never do that, but hey, man, I hope it works out. I don't want to hate on what you're doing, so God bless you. I just would never set those limit order longs like into price action. I like to buy in with the stop loss and let it work. I don't like, because what if it just rips right through your like, I've seen people, someone did that yesterday and they limited in at like 26.2 and it just went right all, and like they got liquidated for $500 right after the limit order, like within like 5 minutes. It's like, I would just be careful to, do whatever makes you happy. I'm not a financial advisor, I personally wouldn't do it. Stop loss, obviously. Okay, cool. All right. So you got a stop loss and I see what you're doing. All right. So now we're trying to start a divergence move here. Right there, you got a little divvy. 1 minute divergence. But you got a resistance at 25,008. Even, 25,788. I see this going lower, baby. I see this as a nice sell-off. Shout out to Crypto Grady in the house. I got your email. I got your message. It seems awesome. I'm just very wary of what I promote. You know what I mean? But if it aligns and everything works out, I see no reason why we can't break bread, my friend. So God bless you, Crypto Grady. I love you, and thank you for being here on the live stream. Everyone, say hi, Grady. This guy's a good guy, man. I met him in Miami. Everybody here, say hi, Crypto Grady. Grady's a lifer, brother. He's in the club. Give him some love, man. Show him how strong the community is. Grady, we love you, brother. Crypto Grady, brother, see? Ivo Tenbrook, man, Ivo, I love you. We're going to make sure you get all the information you need. I appreciate you reaching out again this morning. I'm going to make sure you get all the help you need, man. All your questions answered. Please do not hesitate. Love you guys. Best crew in the game, Grady. Best crew in the game, baby. 710 beautiful people. 730 people watching on the live. 281 likes. $4.52 in chat revenue. And we are booming to the sky, banging them to the upside. What's good? Developer, home of the football watch-alongs, my man. Awesome community here. We love you, Crypto Grady. We love you, man. You know why? When people are making gains, they're in good moods. They're in a good mood. I'm just... So look, I see something like this. Yeah, see. I see more downside. Drop it like it's hot, And that 1 hour is just getting started. Let me clear this out. So the short was at 25,885 about, and it has been ripping ever since to the downside. Stop loss was sitting at about 26,172. Take profit, I believe, it says we get to 24,568. It's a little much for me. It's a little much. See, Frogsuit said the 4-hour RSI also oversold. Agreed, but you could go lower, man. You know what I mean? Usually you cross the dotted line when you get that close, so we will reassess one step at a time, but what an ugly mess. So the short's still cooking. Let's take a look at the DXY. So the DXY shot up quickly. Let's take a look here. Now this is great. It's bearishly retesting the trend line. No problems. We just don't want to see it come back inside. The 1 hour actually has room. So what we don't want to see is we don't want to see this go bling, right, and hang out somewhere up in here. That's not going to be a good look for us. We want to see this somehow and get rejected. We actually can get a little chintzier here. Chintzy, I guess tighter is what my word is. Kaz of the channel, bottom pattern line is the 0.61832. In your opinion, do we bounce or more downside on the 4-hour time frame? I'll take a look at Casper. I believe we talked about it yesterday, but I'll show you what I see happening for Casper. Update, the like button now works. Everybody, the like button works. Oh, it wasn't working? You're funny. Yeah, that music had me feeling like I was tripping in Pacha. You're funny, man. Shout out to everybody here. Please hit that like button. May I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. 743 people on the live. 297 likes. $9.52 in chat revenue. Let's keep the train moving. We make longs, we make shorts, we make gains no matter what. We are the opportunity because we keep ourselves positive every single day. I work out, we drink lemon water, we stay a community, and, I push that positive energy every single day. I push that love. I push that God energy, man. God bless each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Shout out to Lifer Adam in the game. Shout out to everybody here, man. No excuses. Pay that like tax, says Stack McChange in the house. And watch this. Where's everybody from in the game? Where is everybody from in the game? DJ Price in the house. I'm still ready at 026 Spotcast. That's where I'm looking at too. I'm going to show them. Where are you from? Tell us where you're from in the world. I'm Sam. I'm from Boston. Right? We got Ohio.
I'm BB from Queens.
We have BB from Queens. We have Canada, Ibiza, Long Island, San Salvador, Manchester, Switzerland, Cleveland, Fort Lauderdale, Montreal, Georgia, Pakistan, Tasmania, England, El Salvador, America, Napa, Australia, Norway, Florida, Montreal, Singapore, England. Look at this. This is insane. Brooklyn, Nigeria, Dominican Republic, Perth, Australia, Atlanta, Brazil, Czech Republic, Los Angeles, Canada, India, Las Vegas, Long Island, Iraq, Socrates, Ireland, Germany, Dubai, Alejo, Philippines, New York, Charlotte, United, wow, Portugal, Texas, India, Georgia, Pensacola, Iran, Bulgaria, dude, Finland, Algeria, Phoenix, wow, Netherlands, Iran, Queens, New Orleans, South Africa, Wales, Republic of Texas, dude, Taiwan, Greece, Idaho, Israel, this is insane. Arizona, Lahore, North Sentinel, Lesbo Island, that's insane. Did he really just say that?
What did he say?
I can't repeat it. North Korea, Iran, Malta, Sweden. You heard what I said, but you want me to repeat it.
Lesbos Island?
Stop. Now you're being like, my wife is like, I swear she Indonesia, Detroit, Michigan, the Netherlands. Who on this short, man? We are, man. Could be getting a bounce here. You got some divergence on the 1 hour time frame. Could kind of save the day there. Nice short though. And now you watch the smaller time frames for some type of flag. You know?
We have to leave at exactly 12.
She's like a militant. Like, she never stops. I don't know. This looks pretty bearish right here. Descending triangle to the downside. Looks like a nice short of the 1 minute for a quick scalp. This is a possible another trade. Stop would be right there. Enter right now with a stop loss right here. Something I'm looking at. I'm not telling you what to do. Nothing I say is financial advice. I'll make that real clear. Right? There you go. You're in the money now. Stop loss to break even. You could trade 100x lev there. You may get kicked out of the trade, but you could take money off that right now. Don't trade 100x leverage. Get ready, more dump is coming in minutes. Beaming a bit. Shout out to BitMac. Are you new to this channel? Do yourself a favor, hit the like button. Just saying, you the guilt if you forget. You'll get that much value from this guy. Shout out to Wick589. Dude, how many people have gotten value from me on a daily basis, man? Let them know. Let the new people know, because there's new people watching the channel today for sure. 727 people, 340 likes on a Friday afternoon. We called the short twice now. We gave you another short on the continuation of the first short that's still going. I'm zooming into smaller time frames to give you even more value. Come on now. And if you just know how to trade, look, you just hit the target. Who just made gains, baby? Who just made gains, baby? Let's go! That's what I'm talking about, all right? And you got to have that limit order set, and you won't get caught up in this now, getting spun. If you know you're in and you know you're out, you're done. You got them. You got them. You got them. You got them, all right? I've been calling live trades all week long, like all week long. Like I've been doing it for years now, but like, come on, man. And people try to talk. That's why I love people. No one can say anything about you joining my trading group. People will run their mouth. There's always rumors and gossip going on throughout crypto YouTube. We figured that out this week, right? So with all that being said, people are just like, they're always trying to point a finger. I show up every single day and we do it live in front of them. No one can say anything about your life membership. No one, you'd be like, yo, I pay $99 because I get so much value that you wouldn't even believe exists unless you join the trading group. People don't believe it could even happen. I've had people say they've been part of numerous businesses and it was the most value they got of any business ever. All right. So I'm here every single day for you guys. I'm not BSing you. I put my life on the line for this channel. I bring equipment wherever I go. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. It doesn't matter where I am. I hit this show. I dedicated my life to you guys, and you guys dedicated your life to me. And I love you all, and I thank you. And I may get emotional sometimes, and I may just kind of give you a bit of who I am, but I'm gonna give you the gains. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna be focused on the charts, and I'm gonna be focused on the plan, and I'm gonna be focused on helping you figure out how to get to your next level in life. Because I'm where I want to be, and I know all I have to do is keep doing what I do to keep going, baby. This looks like it could be bearishly retesting this line right now. And now you have a resistance for Bitcoin here, you see? You just keep lowering the resistance. Now you're at 25,696. If you can't get above this level and you start to bend over here, that's going to continue to the downside, Now you're looking for a reversal pattern. Shoulder, head, possible right shoulder. Your analysis is amazing. Thank you. Do you have an elite group I can join other than your YouTube channel? Of course I do. Link in the description below. All right. I also just pasted it, but I think I forgot to. I might still have it pasted, right? Yeah. Join the trading group. We do MEXC. We even have a Facebook group. I got to talk about the Facebook group right now. We have someone from yesterday that did the task and did the task at hand. Jason Riggs. All right. We asked about flags, and you had to, DM on Facebook about a flag, and or you had to write a post about a flag. And Jason Riggs, he wrote, I like trading flags after the breakout of the bigger pattern. They're easy to spot, and they play out time and time again. Easy money, baby. So you got to DM me in the Facebook group, Jason Riggs. He needs to DM you on Facebook, all right? So remember, we had 2 people now, all right? 50, 100. Now the next one is even bigger, all right? And he won $100 in BTC. Can you believe that? He won $100 in BTC answering that on my Facebook page. So join the Facebook group right now, please. All right. It's going to help you out long term. Divergence played out. Look at that. Back to the upside. But now Bitcoin has to get back above this level right here to remain bullish, 25,750. And that's why the leverage game is a vicious game. Remember, you're trading leverage in and out, in and out. In and out. No BS. You know what I mean? This could be a shoulder. This could be a head. This could be making a right shoulder. See, I got it here. All right. So to enter the final thing we're doing on Facebook, I don't like to use the word, but to enter the final ability to win on Facebook, all right, you must share the group on either your own timeline or a group on Facebook, or share it on another social media platform. Then you must screenshot that and DM it on Facebook to enter. So you got to share my Facebook group either on your Facebook timeline, right, on your own, in another group, or on another social platform, and then you screenshot that and DM it to me on Facebook, all right? And we're going to pick somebody, and you're going to win 150 beans in BTC, all right? And so just keep doing the tasks, and we'll keep picking somebody and help us grow that Facebook group. I really appreciate it. You grow, I grow, and together we make it happen, all right? Nice divergence for Bitcoin here, getting a bit of a bounce. 7 finally extremely oversold. I'm going to delete all my old work now. Actually, the first trade's still open technically. So I kind of don't want to get rid of that, but I guess I can always recreate it. We entered at 885. The stop loss was at 21,662. Look, now we're coming right back up, which is crazy, right? I'll leave this alone. I'll go to a new chart for a second. I got hype off that trade call. I just got to chill for a second and get my brain back into motion. Shout out to the 728 beautiful people on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Super chats. And we have a masterclass, a leverage masterclass. I'm telling you right now, it'll blow your mind. Register for the leverage mastery class this Sunday, 12 noon. $150. Honestly, if you're going to trade leverage, you need people that have been doing it for a long time to teach you kind of some rules and regulations behind it. Like, you can't, I don't believe you should be jumping into leverage unless you have at least a class behind you to teach you some stuff. So I don't have enough money for the Discord, but when I do, I will join and share and collaborate with the lifers. God bless you, man. Come on in. You know what I mean? Come on in. All right. How about we give you a 50% discount? How about that? Friend is friend, man. How much is the leverage class if you're already in the 99? $150, but you also get mentorship and you get put inside another section inside of the trading group. So, really smart idea, you know. So look, bearish resistance. If we want to see the dollar index not get back inside here, the dollar index sprouts right back in here, no goes. We want to see the rejection here. We want to see a 15-minute about to curl over. We want to see a 7-minute oversold. There we overbought, I mean. And we want to see this bearish. We do not want to see the dollar flip right back into this channel. We want to see a bearish retest of this channel, all right, for Bitcoin, all right. I got the email, just working out the time to join this Sunday. Excellent, excellent, excellent. 150 is nothing for education. Yeah, we should probably spend $1,000. Maybe next payday here. I just bought a house and a car, payments and kids. I really have to penny pinch. I mean, I would never penny pinch for knowledge. You know what I mean? But I mean, I understand. But I really truly believe that if you spend $100 anywhere else in your life, anywhere, if you have a beer twice a month or 3 times a month, and it's $7-8, and then you buy, if you eat food out instead of having food at home, and you can't find, I'm telling you right now, because there's so many people willing to give you their life in my trading group. I'm amassing a group of positive, amazing, successful people. They keep coming in. And then they're learning, they're reiterating, and they're helping others. And so I just think the value there is just, you won't find value like that anywhere else. I know it. And we're just getting started. Okay, enough shilling the trading group. I'm done. I apologize. But I just want you all to know. Okay? Let's get back into brass tacks. Let's talk about it. One thing I want to look at is the total market cap in all of cryptocurrency. We look at it all the time. Let's see the key levels that we lost or did not hold. So, there was a fun idea that we could have been doing this. It didn't make sense to me, but I was open-minded. But we were going to the. So I couldn't breathe for a second there. We were going to the 200 SMA. I mean the 21 SMA on the 200 on the 22-hour time frame. That's just what happens. When price gets away from the 21, you come back to it. That was the same thing Bitcoin was going to do. Total market cap took a complete dump. Now it's back at support. I'll give that to you. It's back at support. But again, I'm doing the same thing that I just showed you for Bitcoin, really. But let's break down. Let's take away the moving averages. And I'm going to just take away all my other work because I just want to see price action. So if we lose 1.02 trillion, we come to 979 and we finally lose that $1 trillion market cap, that we've just been trying to hug on. I mean, at the end of the day, shoulder, head, and a right shoulder, even if we have that little bit there, it's still kind of part of the right. And that tells you that we could go all the way back to $755 billion. There could be a black swan event, everyone. And there's a chance we see some, like just something horrible, So there could be a black swan event. It could take Bitcoin back down to 16,000, 15,000. I don't know if we break the lows, but anything is possible. If you're not ready for that, then you're not ready for cryptocurrency. You have to be open-minded for anything possible. And you have to be, do you have enough money in the bank? Do you have enough cash? Do you have a job? Like, could you handle that? And you have to be ready for that. If you can't handle that, you're going to get emotionally destroyed and wrecked if it does happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I just want to make sure everyone's prepared for the absolute worst, because that could happen. And I'm sorry, some people don't want to hear that. Some people could turn off right now. They don't want to hear this. But you just gotta hear the, been there twice already, right? DXY looking at 106 soon, but I'm not selling it all either. Big players will create a black swan to get them and their friends in cheap, is my guess. That's what they usually do, But the charts can always kind of usually give us a little idea when the black swan is coming and show us some insight. And this doesn't look amazing, okay? So total market cap, oversold on the 3-day, oversold on the daily. Overbought it. The daily wants to dump on us. So it just very likely we're about to take a tussle. And honestly, let's turn this into a falling wedge. And it's looking like we're going to come back down to the bottom of the wedge here. That's just the most likely scenario at this point. And we're making some type of giant falling wedge. This is what I see happening most likely. And the daily, to me, is rolling over to the downside. 22 hours still has more to come. So I know I'm acting pretty bearish. I can't believe how bearish I am right now. But I'm just giving you the charts. I just give the charts. I'm not a bull or a bear. I'm just giving you the charts. This is what the charts convey. All right? Sam's class is $60 if you join the trading group, $100 if you're not in the trading group. All right? My class is the last Saturday of every single month. I will be teaching it, obviously, the last Saturday of September. I just taught it the last Saturday of August. It's a great class. I give you a PowerPoint, a 9-point checklist. Jump on into class today, okay? Bitcoin back to the top of the range. Making money up or down. Exactly. Discord group costs the same as a bad gas station coffee every day. It's a way better deal. It really is, yeah. Like a $3 coffee, $2.70 coffee a day. Bad gas station coffee, man. Straight up. I like what he just said. That should be our new our new slogan. Shout out to Crypto Grady. Shout out to Sniper Paul. BOOKMAP says, let's see what BOOKMAP says now too. BOOKMAP now liquidating the longs back to the upside, still with this big old bar at 25,000, but they got to eat a little lower back into the range at 25.5. They did eat the 25.5 range. They got them, right? Came back to the upside here. Let's take a look at what's happening. All right. I got to reorganize, honestly. So watch. You're going to see me recreate in 2 seconds. What's going down? Well, right now we have a very, very strong divergence. All right. Let's talk about that. Right here. First you had one, then you bent here. You have a very strong divergence here. It's an elongated, I call these elongated divergences, but to me they're divergences. I've backtested all these different types. That's one of the strongest divergences you could find with a major liquidation, okay? Tells me that now I got to jump into MEXC and buy a little bit of spot. But it's funny, as I say, we going lower. But we have a major resistance for Bitcoin now at 25.9. If you can't break back above that, expect more downside. You got a nice new resistance at 26.142 and a big boy at 26. These are the three main levels that we would have to get back above to even begin to start our way out of here, all right? Could we shoulder? Could we head? Could we shoulder? Something like that? It's possible. I'm just brainstorming with everyone right now, beginning to build what could be, all right? 7 minutes suggests we're about to get a pop. That would be just a strange falling wedge that I make sometimes that you leave and come back into. And sometimes it still channels as a wedge back to the upside. Could be a V-shaped recovery on a low volume, as we just rip through all the shorts that just came in, and that's what they're doing now. Now they're liquidating everyone on the other side. So what happens on a Friday? If you don't have your system set, I'm in, I'm out, I'm done, you are going to be one of the liquidated, okay? Like that trade we just made, it was in, out, and done. Both of them, really. And stop loss to break even the second you start to get into profit. Stop risking money. You know, my stop loss goes to break even when I'm trading leverage specifically. My stop loss goes into break even the second I am into profit. And so be it. I get stopped out of break even 10 times in a row. So be it. And then I win one trade. It's better than losing. Okay? So. And actually, it was pretty, when you look at this, though, the unemployment rate was higher than estimated, though. Which is also bearish for the Fed. I kind of read it as, you know, I didn't want to read it completely wrong, but I read it as somewhat bullish because the unemployment rate went up. However, it was, no, but that's what we want. No, hold up. Yeah, we want unemployment rate to go up. Sorry, we want unemployment to go up for the Fed to ease on the rates, you know? So weird, but that's just kind of how it is. You got to SR flip this area now, too, which is 25,863. Major resistance there for Bitcoin. What a wick, huh? All the way to 25.5 on that. That thing ended up getting... We called that, remember that right there, a descending triangle. Boom. That little trade could make you... Isn't that crazy? This little trade... Someone could have made millions of dollars on this. On this one descending triangle right here. Isn't that crazy? I find that fascinating, but... And if I didn't know my TI, I never would have been able to find that. Never. And look, our old trick. It got elasticed away from the 21, and where did it go? It flew all the way back up to the 200 SMA. We talked about this yesterday. I say you find the divergence right there. You find price action away from the 21. You get above the 21, above the 50, above the 80, above the 100, you hit the 200. And that's the trade. I taught this class 4 years ago. It was a leverage trading boot camp of how to only trade the 1 minute, and you'd get like 4 or 5 of these every day. You get these massive dumps. And I would trade the dump back to the 200 SMA. Now, if you cross the 200 SMA, the trade could continue, right? And I'll show you this over and over again. It happened here. You get a divergence. You get pulled away from the 21. It happens over and over again. You get a divergence. You get pulled away from the 21. You come all the way back to the 200, and then you know, see that? Here you get a divergence. You get pulled away from the 21. You come all the way back. Here you get a divergence. You get pulled from the 21. You come all the way back. You can just trade this setup over and over again. The divergence away from the 21-day moving average back to the 200 SMA and get out. You can do that over and over again on the 1 hour, on the 1 minute. You'll get like 6 to 7 of them a day. You have to watch for them though. Kind of have to stare at price action a lot. That's the only thing. You can set some indications for it and try to snipe them, but you know. So that's a strategy I developed like 5 years ago. I just don't talk about that much anymore. Anyway, super chats. Maker, Casper, and API3. And look, now you're at a resistance here for Bitcoin at that 25,924 area, right? So this is just something that I watched over time play out. Tried to message on Facebook, but there's no message button. But I emailed BB, thank you. It goes to my team because I don't know I'm not running that. Team, he said there's no message button. Maybe he has to just comment on the actual group. Let him know. And look, where we like to trade is on MEXC, okay? Maker and taker fees, man. MEXC is the place to be, all right? You can dollar cost average into BTC on horrible red days, all right? For me, it's always a good day to DCA into Bitcoin. Always grab a little bit more BTC, all right? I just wanted house instrumental. I never wanted someone to sing, right? Anyway, and it's funny, you know, everyone's talking about all the controversy this week and all the ups and downs. And like when I think about it and I think of the ups and downs, I think I'm still dealing with the death of my father and live streaming through the pain daily. Like it's kind of black and white. It's pretty harsh, but like, you know, I'm still fighting through one of the biggest events of my entire life. You know, and I shared it with everyone publicly as I went through it. Like my entire, I've been gutted out, you know, I lost my pops, man. Unexpectedly, suddenly, just boom, gone. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know, to me that's real. Like all the other things are just, you know. Shout out to Crypto Bear Baker, man. God is greater than the ups and downs. Taker fees are so cheap. Exactly. Maker and taker fees are the best, you know. So right now I go to spot, and on days like these, I build a position of coins that look hot, you know. And I like these 25. I believe we'll go lower, you know, but I like these areas for Bitcoin. I bought myself another $500 worth of Bitcoin almost every day. You know, it just is what it is. I'll be greedy. I'll make it 600. Every time I go a little harder, it'd be better for me in the long run. You know, $600 worth of BTC. All right. At 25,863. Be careful. See how I just clicked the price? It tries to put the whole bag in right now. It wants to buy 24 grand worth of Bitcoin. It wants to buy a whole one right now. Not yet, baby. Not yet. That's happened to me a couple times. And you'll chase the price and you'll forget again. It's happened to me a bunch of times. Then numlock stops working for some reason. I don't want to overpay, but it's not that big of a deal. I don't know why they do that. They shouldn't change that total. It's like they're trying to get you to buy a huge amount every time, you know. So there we go. I just bought more Bitcoin, and I double checked to make sure I didn't buy the 24,000. You're going to just sell it back immediately, and with no fees, you pay no fees, really. It's not even the biggest deal in the world. Shout out to all the gains in the trading group. Look at this. Thanks to you and your help. I've been on gains and gains. Matic, he shorted for 39. Sol, he shorted for 58. ETH, he shorted for 34. Bitcoin, he shorted for 36. Right? This guy Longin, I mean, it's just insane. The gains that I've seen in the trading group. Like, they're out of control. Maker for 170, you know. And now they're liquidating the longs back up, the shorts back to the upside here on BOOKMAP. Get in and out on a Friday. Don't play yourself. We came down to the liquidity zone. We ate. Do we see any more liquidity now on BOOKMAP? Still says we go lower at the end of the day. You know what I mean? This could just be, you know, a shakeup. Let's look at that NQ. How's it holding up? What has it been doing? On the 1 minute, it pumped out of this little beautiful flag to the upside, came back down, did the retest, kind of similar to Bitcoin. It's like they all played with their channels up and down, up and down. Now it's trying to get back in the channel, about to do a bearish retest. Looks like the NQ may take a little bit of a dump here. It's got a little bit of divergence, but it's at a resistance. Resistance for NQ is 15.526. 1 minute may come back down. Yeah, that's a nice little scalp. I watched my DGens trade on this thing. They'll make like 100 grand right here. Still coming down. Take the rising wedge back to the downside, right? Total. All right, let's move back into Bitcoin and let's find out what's cracking. Shout out to the 729 people on the live, 394 likes, $36.50 in chat revenue. Thank you so much for jumping on into the live. I appreciate you more than you would ever know. I'm going to give you all that I can every single day. Let's move forward. Bitcoin hit the divergence, came up, but could not get above the resistance on the 1 minute time frame. Recharging for another move though. Gearing up. The Sammy Cup in handy, getting ready. Right? There's a 1 minute scalp right there, and that actually could be huge. There's a lot of shorts probably to be scalped. Let's take a look at the 15. We're going to move to a liquidation indicator. It's going to show us how many 100Xs are around the board here. Give us a little more insight as to what's happening in the market. I like to use it on the 15 minute. It seems to be the most accurate there. And look, it looks like the 15 is going to pump up to the 200 SMA. The divergence, right? Do we have enough liquidity to the upside? We had a lot down here. It's pretty concentrated. Still says there's more people to liquidate down here than up there. But we may just come up here just to get enough, and then come back down. But so there's still a lot. These are the 25. That's the 50. That's 100. And these are all the longs. These are the 100, the 50, and the 25, and these are the shorts. These are the liquidation levels and kind of how they're clumped up together. Just giving me some API data. So the idea behind this is if we see chunks down here and nothing up there, usually you go lower. Like this says we go lower because it's thinner here than it is up there. But it doesn't mean we can't come up here a little bit and just scrape these 150Xs before we come back down to this very, very, very concentrated level. But it's very concentrated, which tells me that, yeah, maybe a dip up and then a dip back down again could be on the horizon. We're going to take a look at Maker, Casper, and API3 and any other super chats you have going for us. I'm getting tennis elbow recently. I don't know what's going on. Getting tennis elbow, pain in my wrist. It's weird. Pain in my shoulder, which I haven't had in a long time. I've had no pain. I'm like, what am I doing recently that's giving me this pain? You know? Doing something. My whole right side in pain. It's weird. I did just stop taking the medication for the Lyme. I hope the Lyme's not like taking over my body, man. It does feel like it's like weird. It's like it feels like it's in my blood or something, but I don't know. Anyway, so I could see a move here all the way up to this 200 SMA for the 15-minute. The key is if we break back above this point of control, we get to here, and then there's a chance by that time we could wick somewhere up to that 200 SMA. It's a very likely play on the day, okay? So we took our short. Now there's a chance that this can break further to the upside here for Bitcoin. There's the breakout now already starting to go into the money. And remember, we call this because this is the thing that I talk about. You leave, and then you get through all the moving averages, and then you get to the 200 SMA. Okay? This is a setup you could trade over and over again for gains. Like, plays out all the time, and you're just waiting on the move. And what's cool about it is if you have a stop loss, right? Check this out. Remember when I first... So you get into the divergence. You get into your trade, stop loss, right? Maybe after the wick, you enter here somewhere, or you enter into the divergence, and you get a stop loss. Second, you get above the 21, move the stop loss to the 21. Second, you get above the 50, move the stop loss to the 50. Second, you get above the 100, move the stop loss to the 100. It's so amazing, see? And you use the moving averages as levels, okay? It's so cool. Like, I perfected this strategy. I sat for days playing with this on the 1 minute, and I learned this idea, and I'm teaching it to you now, all right? This is like gold, baby, gold. This is gold. Like, hold on, let me think. I want to show you something else, too. As the trade continues to the upside here on the 1 minute time frame, the scalp on the 1 minute, I mean, see that? It's a falling wedge touching the 21-day moving average, and we had low stochastics RSI curving to the upside. With lack of bearish momentum in the MACD, it told you, and look, you have a point of control that you just got back above on the VRVP. It's like I sound like a broken record, right? Point of control on the VRVP, lack of momentum in the MACD, low stochastics, falling wedge, 21-day moving average. And we just hit the strategy over and over again. All right? Drink natural turmeric sold at Costco with high absorption to reduce inflammation. Okay. Thank you, Leroy Essel. Appreciate that. Now we could double top here, right? It's all about support and resistance. We got to break back above 29,900 to remain bullish. All right? What I also see now, which is interesting, shoulder, head, right shoulder, break to the upside. And that would corroborate our move for the 15-minute to get back up. And now we can get a bounce here. It doesn't mean it's amazing, okay? It's not like, but we can get some type of bounce back to the 200 SMA on the 15. The safe way would be wait for us to get back above the point of control, get the bounce, and boom up to the 200 SMA, all right? That's what we're looking for. Joint pain from working out might be. You're the man. Shout out to Pico69. You're the best lifer, greatest teacher alive for once listening in school. I know, right? Pray every day. Thank God for every day. Stay positive. God bless you, man. I like you for saying that. Thank you. Hashkey, new $100 million fund to focus on altcoins with less than 50% allocation for Bitcoin and ETH. Oh, I like that. Hashkey, that's nice. That's good news. Interesting information. All right. So we see some bullishness. The 1 hour also kind of stopped its melee and got flattened a little bit. Got a nice pump back to the upside. So interesting what we've seen today, right? 33-minute, which is my insane time frame that I never talk about, wants to blast to the upside as well. And right now, let's just take this 15-minute. Looks like it really wants to break up to the 200 SMA. Again, I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, and anything is possible. All right? Just going to delete my work again for complete clarity. I've shown you the bigger picture. We're just working on the smaller area now. And there you go. The 1 minute hit the 200. See, like it just... So we have the divergence, a very big divergence on the 7 minute. That's what kind of got us going here. Sorry, it's this one. This is the big divergence. And I've seen this type of divergence before, like more than once in my life, you know. And so that's starting to play out. V-shaped recovery right back to the upside. Crazy. These are hard. I'm not amazing at catching V-shaped recoveries. Like, I'm good at catching that divergence on the 1 minute, though. Right there, see? Which I guess is catching the V-shaped recovery, but that's how you have to do it. You have to use the 1 minute, find the divergence. And then but I'm not good at holding them long term. Like, I just trade to the 200 and I'm out. Like, I'm not good at holding leverage trades long term. Every time I've tried to swing it, like a swing trade, it doesn't play out as well. Like, the market does something crazy and it's too close to the liquidation. So, like, I found that I like to just chip away. That works for me, and nothing else seems to work for me when it comes. Like, I like to chip away, you know. Like this week, I turned $300 into $600 leverage trading, just chipping away, you know, taking little trades here and there, $150, you know, at 60. I never really went lower than 66x leverage. I was at about 66 leverage the whole time, you know, which I'm getting really used to, you know. And I just started trading leverage in March. I've been trading for 15 years. Since I was 25, I'm 40 years old, but I didn't start trading leverage till March, you know. So now we watch this pennant on the 1 minute, just like we played. Remember we played that upside down, similar thing. We got the trade. This is very similar to the trade we made earlier, okay. We have the 15 minute in our favor. We have the divergence in our favor, so there's more of a chance this can break out for us. But anything is possible, right? It's a 4-to-1 risk-reward ratio with a stop loss below that key area of a bounce. And here's another possible scalp for you on the 1 minute time frame, right? We get above that 200 SMA, there's a really good chance we continue to the upside too as well. And we're touching the 21 with the 50 curving. That's all pretty good signs. We're also, if we can get above this high volume node, we have a gap in the VRVP here. And then we have a point of control, and then, you know, the rest could be, you know, it could be an M pattern, and we are seeing resistance here. So a more cautious trader could wait for the scalp to possibly retest this. An aggressive trader could enter now. It depends on what type of trader you are. You know what I mean? I tend to be aggressive. Like, I either go hard, but actually, as I get older though, I tend to take more retests. I also it's easier for me to identify the retest now than it ever was before. You know, I can see that. Also, if you look at trend, I mean, you have a low, you have a high, you have a low, you have a high, you have a higher low. Can you make a higher high? And you have a low, you have a high, you have a higher low. Can you make a higher high? So you're beginning a small micro uptrend that could possibly continue, right? After trading leverage, spot trading is like trading with training wheels. Yes and no. I think every trade matters. Every trade has a lot of weight to it, you know. Let's take a look at all the super chats here. Maker Dow. Shout out to the 677 people on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's take a look at Maker. I put out a call for Maker earlier today. All right, let's see what happened to it. What did it do? That's weird. This must be hold on one second. What chart was I putting that out on? Because I don't see the work here. Maker. I put it out on MEX. See the 1 hour time frame? I was on the daily. So look at this. This fell to the downside. Didn't play out. All right. Just want to make sure I can get back to that window fast. But it hasn't been stopped out yet, and it could be making a flag here like so. What I didn't like is the 4 hour, right? Not personally in our favor, but still a chance we can get that some ground. 21's too far from the 200 now. See that curve up? Before it was kind of just doing its thing. Now it's kind of curving. Still could make some bigger gains. I'm going to show you Maker just all by itself right now on the daily. Remember, when I know I use a lot of indicators, but when I start, I remove everything and look at price action. Price action tells you everything you need to know. Everything else is timing. The indicators are timing for me. They just tell me when to get in and out, like how to time the momentum. Like that's what the indicators I'm using for. But they don't, the actual in and outs entry areas are determined by support and resistance. The indicators just time when to use those support and resistance levels. Does that make sense? So it's timing and information. Information comes from here. Timing comes from the indicators. So Maker has broken out on the daily, all right, with some strong volume, which is a good sign. But it's getting rejected, and it just, see how the 21 and the 200, that tells me that they're just too far apart. And we're likely going to get some type of, some downside here. Sorry, this music's putting me to sleep. I'll go with Electro House and see if I can just keep getting more future bass. You ever heard future bass? I'm not into that. That's whack. That's kind of strange. This is called Slap House. I'll take that. I like that. This is kind of my style more, like Party and Ibiza type of thing, Wow, look what I'm seeing here for Maker. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Possible big dump coming from Maker now. Look at that. Yikes. Daily coming down. Looks like we could short Maker. Yeah. I was putting out a long. Now I'm like, this thing looks like a short opportunity. 4 hour and the daily both look bad. And you got rejected by the 200 SMA. You got to... Even here, this is an easy short. Look, we're going to come back down to the 21, just like Bitcoin did. So I apologize. I switched short now on that setup. Now that I give it full analyzation. Trying to see how I can find this into a rising wedge or something, but it looks bearish. I say that 4 hour coming down for Maker. All right. Love is the strongest frequency in the game, baby. In the game. All right. Dude, how did I not pin? I don't know what's been going on with me lately. Like, I need like an assistant that has access to all the things. I think I can make you guys look. See how I can, Jamie? I think I can give you more access, man. I really do. I'm trying to find you in there. I believe I could make you some type of bigger, a bigger voice there, or have more administrative properties. See how like Gochi? He's a standard moderator, but I feel like when you right click, you can make them like an administrative moderator or something. I don't know. Let's look at Casper and what's happening here. Don't forget, please join the Facebook group and enter to win. You must share the group on either your own timeline or a group or Facebook, or share it on another social media platform, and they must be screenshot and posted to the trading group. Just post it to the group. Don't DM us because it's something with the DM, but like, post it right there, like where he posted it, I guess, too. Someone said to win, you need to DM us. He said he had problems DMing, but we know who it is, right? Remote Chief, shout out to Stack McChange. Only owner can pin. Jamie loves that stuff. Jamie likes to reprimand me. I don't know why. How come you like to reprimand me, Jamie? Does it make you feel good? I'm just joking with you, man. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. You're not, bro. You're just telling me the information. I just take it that way. Shout out to everybody here on the live. The FB is a private group. No DMs for those. GF Burke, see? There you go. They can DM on Facebook, but it needs to be approved, says Jamie. Interesting. So you can DM, says Jamie. A bunch of... All right, I just want to make sure people have ease of use to join the trading group, to join the Facebook group, and join MEXC. I posted it earlier, but forgot to pin it somehow, and it got away from me. I don't know why I can't make that But I always pin this, and I forgot to pin it today. But check it out. Join the trading group. Hit the link right there. Join MEXC. Hit the link right there. Join the Facebook group. I just want to make all that real easy for you. Okay? There's no button for it. To DM, he says. See, approve the man. They can DM on Facebook, but it needs to be approved. He said there's no button for it. You guys got to figure that out, man. You're confusing me. Anyway, let's get back to brass tacks. We have some more super chats to figure out. Let's look at Casper and API3. So Casper, I see it in this giant head and shoulder. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Here's the neckline. It broke the neckline. We got a symmetrical triangle here that's likely to break to the downside. They're mainly bearish patterns. They're 50-50, but I see them break down more. We have a short for Casper right here with a stop loss above this previous wick at about 35257. And yeah, I am more bearish on Casper than bullish. 1 hour is to the downside, so I wouldn't enter the short until the 1 hour kind of crept back up. That's how I play it. I play high stochastics. So we wait, but here the short was probably there, and it did drop to it got into profit a little bit. It came back up, went sideways. So Casper's in the symmetrical triangle inside this bigger falling wedge. All right. You have to remember the 3-day chart just fell below the 21 SMA. Let me show you. Move that for a second. 3-day chart just fell below the 21 SMA. It's very oversold, but more downside is coming. That's curving. The 21's just too far away. The 21 and the 50 have to come back together. Have to. For that to happen, the 21 has to come curve down. The 50 has to kind of like do its thing, and price action has to drop, in my humble opinion. We could be SR flipping the zone. We did get wick from it, and there's a chance it could hold, but in my opinion, and I haven't bought any more Casper yet. I'm waiting for this 618 Fibonacci level. I sold at 44. I could get back in for basically 25% less than I paid for it, or I could put in the same amount, or I could buy back more and take out 25%. So, beautiful move here, trading Casper, but I'm still not in yet. I'm waiting for more downside, personally. You know, the way the moving averages are, they're just not set up yet well for me to get back in. This 21 has to, basically price and the 21 have to be like this. The 21 has to curve back again. Price has to pump back up, and then price has to come and kiss the 21, and that. So like what has to happen here is this. 21 has to curve. Price action has to go below it. Price action has to kind of pump a little bit. The 21 has to come up, and then price action has to come hit the 21, and then boom. And that could happen here, anywhere in this zone. You know, and when I see this interaction, which is the 2-day or the 3-day interacting with the 21 like this in a flag, then that's going to be the catalyst for a move. I'll teach you this stuff, all right? And it will teach you how to be the most patient person in your life. I'm learning every single day how to be better at trading. Every day I put in the work. Every day I sit here with you, every single day. See that rising wedge to the downside on the NQ? We got the dump, right? That was a beautiful short. And all you had to do is know how to trade stochastics to the downside and a loss of the point of control. It's not that hard. A bearish retest of the exact same level that we were bouncing off before. An SR flip of the point of control down. Okay. Super chats, API3 and Arbitrum. Let's take a look at API3. Now I had a trade going for this. But it didn't hit my perfect level. So it ended up getting away from me. We'll talk about that. So I pulled a fib on this, and I was waiting for this. To come back down to the 618 golden pocket. It wicked right there and never got lower, and then it was gone. So this one did it kind of an SR flip. And look, and the Stokes never got that low. Then look, this was another trade that I could have played had I seen it. You got a flag, you come to the 21, and you got low stochastics. Blast, right? Look at the 1 hour, has more detail. What do I see happening now, though? I see a massive bearish div. I see kind of a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder in a way. Weird. Wow, you got a little flag right now that just popped up. So let's reassess like I do. Let's get rid of the moving averages. Let's look at the daily. Let's double click. Let's look at price action. We have this major support zone that bounced at 85 cents. We made a higher low at 87, and then we started to boogie. We busted through resistance at 99 a buck, psychological, and then we came and seemed to use this previous support becomes a flip. We could SR flip this level. Previous resistance could become the new support zone at $1.40. All right. Then we keep coming. We have a resistance there, a little bar there, and then we're going to have some issues when we get up into this next area. And then the point of control, of course, at $1.60. And you can see that there's a lot of action right there. Resistance, 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 okay? So we've mapped out kind of what we're seeing. Bit of a double bottom bringing a higher low. Rigid. All right. Now, the daily's overbought, and you're at a resistance. So that could tell you we're in some trouble. 3-day chart still has some legs. The 2-day chart still has some gas too as well. So whenever I see the daily and the daily kind of little cook with the 2-day chart, okay, I want to start honing in on the 4-hour for a flag. That's the time frame that both of those could respond to. You know, why are you stuck on this cyber USDT, man? People get obsessed. Like, they'll show up to my stream and they're like, do this coin, and then they'll ask me for the coin like for days and days until I do the coin. I thought I did the coin and I said it had low liquidity or something. Maybe I'll look at it though. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be rude. I don't want to be rude. All love here every day. So let me check it out. So you're in this channel right now and you're technically kind of getting rejected by the top of the channel. One could be kind of nice and like, are we making an elongated and ascending or some type of like this, you know? That could be more bullish in the long term. Yeah, the shoulder pain is tough, man. So we still have movement here on the 4-hour time frame. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. All right. 1 hour was just an easy scalp today out of this little flag. Boom. Kind of like Ton coin. Like they got these little pumps. But to me, it's at resistance, kind of double topping, and you even have a bearish div on the 1. So it looks like you're just kind of maybe going to come back down to the bottom of the channel. And just highlight this idea for yourself. There's a chance we're consolidating in a nicer zone here for API 3. If not, though, when we go up and down, that's a rising wedge that could break us back down. 3-day has a little bit of gas. The daily suggests that we need a pullback. All right. Let's take a look at Arbitrum. Arbitrum on MEXC. So Arbitrum just got pancaked. Right? Thought I might make this move up. It did not. Let's take a look at it here. Now remember, if you have a good setup and Bitcoin rocks it, it's going to take most of the market down. You also lost the point of control. You're gone, right? It's even got a shoulder, a head, shoulder, like it could go lower. It's weird. I'm not going to say I didn't have a wedge there that didn't break out. But I don't know. I don't think I'd put it out to anybody. It's in a giant double bottom, which is somewhat of a good sign, and a falling wedge here. It's got major resistance at 106. I think there's unlocking on this coin too, right? Remember that? Wasn't Arbitrum going to get a bunch of unlocks? It's kind of made people think it could go down to like 40 cents or something. It has an insane divergence in the 4-hour. When's the last time it had a divergence like that? Right there, we got a bounce. Right there was pretty strong. We did get a bounce eventually when this moved up there. So you got an insane divergence with this little mini falling wedge. Suggests you could break back up to the top of the channel. But if Bitcoin struggles, the whole market will struggle too. And we have like a low volume, and we have the stock market close on Monday. It just doesn't just tells me to be very, very careful. I wouldn't touch this on a swing trade unless it broke out and retested like 95 cents. And then I would think about trading it. This could easily do a retest and drop further down. I'm not feeling this right now, honestly. It has a major resistance at 92. It's looking pretty bearish. And this kind of has shoulder, head, shoulder vibes. Like it could drop, even though it's slanted. Pretty weird. How can we expect a breakdown in the next 1 hour, bro? It would be hard to see how Caspa couldn't at least hit $50 to $2 if Bitcoin hits 40 to 60K. That's what I'm believing. I like Caspa, man. So All right, everyone, I got to jump on out of here. They sent the little one. She came. She came out of nowhere and just hugged me. She's so big. She's getting big.
Where's Marshy?
Where's Marshy? Oh, I don't have Marshy with me.
Yeah, Marshy with you.
You want me to give you Marshy? Oh my gosh.
Marshy.
Oh my gosh, I love this thing. Marshy's biting you? Have a kiss? Have a kiss? She bites your finger? Oh my gosh. I don't like showing my kid, but she's 2.5. She's the best. Hold on, I gotta put you down, alright? I don't want you to get hurt. There's lights and stuff, alright? Alright? Is that okay? Alright, thank you, sweetie pie. I'll be right there. We're ending the show now, alright? Let's take a look at Cyber. My man keeps asking about it. So he wanted to know, why did it keep pumping, right? You know what it is? I guess people find a coin that pumps and they want everyone to know that they find a coin that pumps, which is, I mean, it's cool. If you're in the trading group, we like that. I can't hate on that. That's cool. Yeah, it's got a major bearish divergence now. Rising wedges break down usually 68% of the time. And you overbought on the stochastics, and that's a bearish div. I mean, looks like you could get a drop to the downside. Moving average, yeah, you're away from the 21-day moving average. So it looks like you're likely coming down here. You can pull a mini fib here. 618 Fibonacci level would be an area to look at. And then if it's going to keep going, just look at the smaller time frames. You want to start seeing bearish div on those too as well, like swing up while that swing. Yeah, you're starting to get that. It's funny, it's still in this channel though on this time frame. Hasn't left the channel. But yeah, more bearish than bullish. Looks like it's going to come back down and retest this level here. I'd look for $8.90. Just DM Sam. It's super easy to join with the link Lifer provided earlier. What was I supposed to DM? Super chats, Arbitrum. Okay, we got that done. And everybody, I'm out for the day. Thank you for jumping on in. Please join the trading group with the Discord link. Hit MEXC or join the Facebook group. Join the Facebook group. We're doing an awesome, we're giving people Bitcoin if you join the Facebook group and you do the things that we ask. So jump on in today. We'd love to see you do that. Message me on Facebook, Samuel Price. The one who says no button must be trying to message the group itself. You should give him that link, though. You guys are making it real difficult, man. We got to go over this. This doesn't sound, whatever. I'll talk off air about it. Anyway. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on in and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out to everyone that helped me get through the death of my father. Always the people that are hooking me up. I'm definitely better than I was months ago, as you can clearly see. There was a time where I was wondering how I was going to get through trading because I didn't know how I could keep my mind. I was thinking about my dad all the time, but, I kept myself spot on. I kept myself focused, and things started to play out. Let's take a look at Bitcoin one more time. I'll give you guys my last kind of idea here before I get on out of here for the day. And look, I'll do a clean chart again, fresh, like I've never seen it. Shout out to Ross Tone. Thank you for the $20 super chat, man. Coming in at that last minute. Appreciate that, brother. Shout out to the $58 in chat revenue, 525 people, 438 likes. You're one of the strongest people I know, Sam. You're the man. Much peace and love, brother. Thank you, brother. All right. Thank you so much for that super chat. One thing I do see here is a descending triangle that broke out and broke back in. And I've seen this play out to the downside before. Señorita, goodbye, We're technically out of support. and we got a strong div. But as I've told people before in my life, div is only as strong as the support of resistance it can break through. So right now, look, you got this level here. See these 1, 2, you got to break that. Let's see if the 15-minute is going to make it to that 200 SMA or not. Yeah, so like Bitcoin got rejected by it has to flip 25.9 to remain bullish. It couldn't do that. So the divergence kicked in, but it couldn't rip, you know? So like I would keep going to smaller time frames. I mean, shoulder head, that could be a right shoulder there. Now you got rejected by the 21. You didn't get, you see, usually you get through the 21. This one, you got rejected by the 21. I would just start making flags on these smaller time frames, honestly. If Bitcoin cannot get back above 25.9, expect more downside, period. All right? I'm going to say that loud and clear. If you don't close a daily or 4-hour candle above 25.9, we're going down. If you watch this consolidate more, we're going down. And to me, that's like kind of a giant descending triangle that we broke out of and broke back into, which just suggests that we could go lower too. I'm more bearish than bullish right now unless Bitcoin can flip basically 26K again. All right. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. God bless everybody. Message me when you were free for lunch. I'll be in Mass for at least 2 weeks. Okay, cool, man. We'll hang out. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, we teach a class every Sunday. It is this Sunday, 12 Eastern. It's a leverage masterclass, which also, let's make this easier for me to package. Let's get a flyer going. I'm going to organize the team. I got an idea. I love everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll catch you all tomorrow on the next live stream. I'll have a quick little update in the morning, and then we go live at 8 p.m. for the Saturday night live stream at 8 p.m. Everybody, I really appreciate you all. Thank you for the positive love. Thank you for the feedback. I really appreciate that we're growing the channel every single day, and I'm amazed. So thank you so much for everything. I'll be back every single day, baby. Why would you write tomorrow like that? Yeah, I go live every single day, 7 days a week. All right, everyone. May God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you tomorrow. It's Friday, right? This guy's confusing me. All right. Everybody, I'll see you tomorrow. God bless. And I'll see you in the trading group later on, too. Amen. Crypto is life. Thank you so much. If you want to sign up and be in my trading group, the link is right there. We make it so easy. I've pinned it. It says join the trading group. Click on the link. I'm going to make everything easy for you and give you not easy, but I'm going to give you simple instructions to get it done. I love you all. Goodbye.